Hello everyone and welcome to a Final Fantasy VII video. This is of the Bizarro Sephiroth fight. And you may think from the title of the video and the length of the video that this is going to be kind of a shit show, and maybe so. Basically, I'm going to go through my running thoughts to what is ultimately a punchline. And the video is something of a video game punchline. You know, with Final Fantasy VII Remake coming up, videos like this would be quite fun. This is the first fight with Sephiroth at the very end of the game. Won't be at the end of the remake that's coming out in 2 months, less than 2 months. Coming up shortly. Still not pre-ordered. Need to do that. But this is the final cutscene. You know, everything that's happened has happened, and no spoilers for a game that is both 23 years old and not even born yet. Here is, well, it's just running through the cutscene. Everyone's talking about what happened, and I suppose the spoilers in this. There's characters that people will not have seen in this. I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 characters will not have been seen in any of the promotional stuff for Final Fantasy VII Remake. And this is a unique fight in the turn-based system in that they give you 2 parties to fool around with and control in this boss fight. This is the first of 2 boss fights. I am not going to show the second one in this video, so if you want to see safer Sephiroth, this is not the video for you. But for now, here's the setup. I have limit 4 limit breaks for Barret and Tifa. So I'm putting those in the inner party. The reason why Barret is under-leveled compared to the other 2 is because I was getting the 4th limit break for Sid and Tifa. Tifa's got hers, Sid's got hers, and they both got theirs in this run of the last area where you split everyone up. So the only 3 people left in my party were Cloud, Sid and Tifa. That might not make sense to many people. It makes sense to me. But here, because this is my main party, I've decided I'm going to put all the stuff into Barret and Tifa. So all the good stuff into Barret and Tifa. Here's the trick with Barret's missing score, even. His final limit break. Final weapon. His ultimate weapon, even. All of the... It gets more strength from the amount of mastered materia it has in its materia slots. So I'm just looking around getting the master materia together for it. So it's not a struggle really. So I'm not really looking for anything useful. I'm just looking for materia that is maxed out. That's all I'm doing with this. And there's plenty in the area. This is not a full completionist thing. The only thing that I've really done is I've picked up Knights of the Round, Quadra Magic, and HP and MP Switch. And I've gone through all of the inside of the Northern Crater. So I've got all the materia and all the special items from there, so I have magic counter. And that's going to be really important for this when I put all of this together. But here I am, just setting up the main team, basically. The team that is going to go on to face the final boss fight. But I'm going to have a team on the side that's weaker that will do the left-hand side, basically. So I'm looking through going, okay, what magic can I just put in the slots? Because I've got Cloud's ultimate weapon, I've got Barret's ultimate weapon. I don't have Tifa's. Tifa's is a bit of a meh one to get. but doable. I've got a final limit break, but I figured I'd put in like Zedrich because it's high in defense and magic defense. So, you know, for characters that I'm not using at that time, such as Barret and such as Yuffie and such as Red, you know, I'll put in Zedriches or items that aren't super obvious. Like I've got the Conformer. I was never ever going to use the Conformer for anything. I don't even know what powers up the Conformer's strength. Like, I just figured I'll put in as many Master Materials as possible and see what the Conformer does. I don't know why I just put in 2 restores because fuck it, I'm not going to use these guys. Yeah, I was looking at sneak attack going, I'd love to put in sneak attack, but it doesn't work that way. It probably doesn't work the way that I think it is. But yeah, double coat. I think that, I don't know if that one's a master or not. I think I have stopped getting them. Like, I'm not going to get that many master materials, so just throw in whatever. Equip Behemoth Horn. For those not in the know, you get the Behemoth Horn from Shinra. When you return to Midgar, you get it from the Shinra building. Mistyle's my favourite armour because it's got such high dodging potential. Yeah, I was like, okay, this is all good. And here I am setting up another round of what I'm doing. Just put in whatever, it doesn't matter at this point. I think I do notice magic counter not far from here. And here's the thing, I will say, if you are going to use Red 13 on a run, you're not going to give them the Behemoth Horn. Oh yeah, I remember the Conformer actually works really well with Morph. Here's where I noticed magic counter and start reading it. Like, counters with paired magic summon when attacked. So counter with, can't tell if that was manipulate or not. Preemptive. Anything that beefs up like Lork and stuff like that. Because I've given Gil all for the last Gil up for the last fight. Gil up for the last fight, and I'm not gonna, like, who cares about the Gil you get from the last fight when the game will be over? See two elementals there, and I'm like, hold on, wait a second, this doesn't fit. That may actually be the fire that you get when you first get red. Typhon, so yeah, protect against wind. No real reason. But I realised about the magic counter, I can put that on Cloud. And put in stuff, put in the magic counter instead of just counter, because what I want to do is do nice to the round as soon as I possibly can, or at least as soon as I get hit and he decides to counter with it. And I'm thinking that will mostly be the setup for the second boss fight, Safer Sephiroth, which is a little bit later on. But here's the setup. I think that took about 7 minutes. I will have to go back and count. As a matter of fact, it is 6 minutes 41 seconds to get from there to here. And well, with this cutscene out of the way, we get into the fight. And A worrying look at the length of this video shows you that this fight is not as intense as I'm leading on. In fact, if you pay close enough attention, you may notice something. Like, I've done my setup, get regen in, and then start attacking. I've got all of them that'll attack all parts, and that's the magic counter going off. And this is the strongest magic attack in the game. And how cool would this be in the remake, when they eventually get around to it? Because I can't imagine they'll put this in the first section, and they shouldn't. But that's 3 hits, that's 4, that's 5, that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. King Arthur himself. Yeah, he dead. He dead. Very much dead. I didn't do anything in that fight. All of that set up for a counter attack. Amazing. I couldn't believe, like, I was in shock when I did it. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.